All right. We are here. We exist. Congratulations to us. All right, getting all my chat windows all situated here, and yeah, it's about time to fire up the program and get her going there. All right. What to do today? Either start something completely new, or improve some stuff from before. I don't know. I think maybe. I don't even know. I think maybe continue the thing that I had started a couple days ago. It's a strange daylight stream here. I usually try to stream when it's evening, when it's dark. It's scary out. Let's see what we got. We got the thing, and then we've got the recent songs, and then we've got current songs. I don't know if that thing got into. No, it didn't. Uh. Oh, I know. It's because I retitled it something. That's the guy. A thing with a thing. Hard rain we're gonna come back to. Definitely at some point. But yeah, this was 2 days ago, and let's see how this thing. Oh no, never mind. This is what I was working on last night as well. Okay. Um. Hmm. I don't know then. I suppose this guy. This would be the nice second choice here. This was a really different song. that's all I've got. This definitely needs to be filled out a little bit more. I'm gonna put my windscreen on here. Thwop. Man. That's kind of why I stopped working on this, because I was like, I don't know what to add. Oh, God. I'm thinking, like, not put this thing in quite yet. I don't know. Okay, so that little chunk right there, that little guy, that little chunker. No, not you. That one. This one. Yes, you. I feel like it could use some LFO. I mean, there we are. LFO1. Destination. Filter 1. Cutoff frequency. There. That guy. How much? There, it's working. Okay, little tweak on that sound. A little bit of an improvement, hopefully. Just to make it a little bit more interesting. Thinking this whole thing should be sort of mechanical and like very let's see. Could probably change the drums a little bit. Add some extra stuff in there. Like here. What else do we got up there? We've got no. Something little. Let's hear how that sounds. Wow, okay, that's already in there. Good job. Way to improve it. Like everything kind of dies away, and kind of don't like that. So I think what I want to do then is change the chords here so that they don't cycle. We'll kind of keep it in what is going on. So it's still, but we need something else. So let's look around for a sound here, or a thing, or whatever, whatchamajigger. You know what I mean? And I was playing a lot with the System 8 on the Juno 106 plug out. And of course found some really nice sounds, but hey, that's normal. I was thinking something kind of sequenced. Okay, well we could go into whatchamajigger. The Predator has a lot of really cool sequence patches in it. I wonder if some of them would be like an instant cool fix thing. Not fix, but just add stuff. And now I don't see any of them. Maybe it's not the Predator that I'm thinking of. Maybe it's the whatchamajigger. This guy. Yeah, sequence presets. Yeah, no, that's not it. That's like super obnoxious. Weird. Is this turned down? It could probably come down just a hair more. Just a bit outside. Oh, you're not going to do that now, right? You're going to be a jerk. Yeah, you sure are. Is that all the sequences do? Is just... That was my sequencer. Arpeggiator. Oh, that's a little bit too busy. But it's onto it. Oh, that's kind of cool. Easiest part to record ever. Yup. Easy peasy. One note. However, if you want to make sure that your sequencer is completely synchronized so that it doesn't start even a hair late, you really got to make sure that the start of that note goes directly at the beginning. If it's even off by like a 30-second note, the sequence will start late and will not be synchronized with other stuff. It's just terrible. It's awful. I can't believe it happened. Oh my gosh. So this guy, then we can be like E flat and then down to C, and then there's our second one there with the two tones going, and that should match this guy with the two tones. That being said, we should take him and we should put him up here, and we should take this guy and color it purple like all of the other drum tracks, and we should take this guy and be red. There. So I can always spot my bass tracks and stuff automatically. Okay. Wow. Weird. Okay. What? There's got to be something else. Just feels empty. Just feels really empty right here. That's all. I don't know. Let me listen to it again. Yeah, it definitely feels empty. Um, hmm. Well, if I can't come up with anything really great instantly here, I'm going to switch songs and go to something different here. And I don't know what. Um, I might tweak the tune that I was doing last night, which would be kind of cool. And there's this guy. There's a bunch of stuff. I've got a whole bunch of stuff that is like in process for an album that I'm working on. So any of these are good candidates. Um, hmm. Hmm. Yeah, let's switch. Let's switch it out. Let's go to this guy here. This guy. Those guys. These guys. Yeah. Yeah. You go away. All right. This is a very different track. Very atmospheric and spacey. All right. Well, first thing I would say is that it needs more bass. Whether that is like A low drone? Maybe both. Maybe like another low drone, just like, whoa, just super beefy sounding thick pad that just basically plays like one or two notes. Or something a little bit more mechanical, or a sub bass to duplicate what I've already got. Sub bass is not a bad idea as a general rule. Let's throw one of those in there, yeah, and we'll just make it real quick. We'll just go simple. We'll go subtractor, sub bass, and we're gonna color it burgundy. Burgundy, yes. And we could literally take this entire track and just dupe it and just go, and then solo and listen. Could do a square sub bass. So, like, just that. Like, here's the bass all by itself. Here it is with the sub. Ah, much nicer. Maybe a triangle. Yeah, that gives it a little bit more substance. It should be so much more quiet. Okay. Save that. Tonight's gonna be kind of a quicker stream. It's about 5:15 right now, so I had to leave about 6:30. Head over to the studio, maybe lay down some real drums on one of my other tracks, or a couple of my other tracks. Stretch time. All right. Low, droning, thick bass sound. Yeah. Well, for low, droning, thick, complicated stuff, here it is. I mean, the complex one is kind of crazy. It's a modular synth. It's great. That major third in there. Really nice bass pad. And because it's a bass sound, we're going to color it red-ish. Orange works too. Orange, reds, burgundies, all that stuff, and then we'll group it all together. Maybe like here, bring it in. Honestly, I can just draw this track in. Just literally, I need a low A. That one. Just keep it simple, you know? Okay. Then just be like, copy, pasta. And then we're going to turn it way down. And probably some EQ would be a good idea. No, that's not that one. This one. Probably some EQ would be a good idea because it's a little bit too beefy right now. Yeah. Let's hear how that sounds in context. No, not Control A. Control S. Oh, I can't really hear it. Oh, because it's not playing yet. Derp. I still can't hear it. So here's, I think, a simple thing, all right? Make sure there's nothing, oh, there is something new here. This we could have there. We could move all of this stuff over an 8, like there. And then just remove these bars completely. Yeah, because it's just too long at the intro. Let's hear how that sounds. Because there's a whole new thing here. I got guitar parts and I've got this like slow string part that comes in, and I think it's kinda cool, frankly. It's pretty nice. And then we got this part here, which is like my favorite. It's a little weird, plucky kind of sound. Honestly, I don't even know if this thing is necessary or if it's doing anything. Maybe it just started a little later, huh? Or not start it until the guitar hits. Okay, what was that clacking noise? Was that the guitar part? Oh, crap. Crappity crap crap. Did this... It did. It kept the whole wave. Oh, good, good, good. Let's hear that. See if it sounds horrible. No, better. Okay. Cool. So let's do this. Let's move it a little closer, and then we'll do a little fade in just to make sure that it doesn't click when the audio starts. Yeah. Now you're talking. Okay, this thing, what is this thing doing? It's making chirping noises. Okay, I mean, that's cool and all, but, like, it needs to be cooler. So, like, oh yeah, that's right, everything gets labeled bass guitar. So dumb. Yeah, that's the one. This is like chirp. Chirp. Let's not color. Everything's orange. I'm not a big fan of orange, as a general rule. The reason is just like, here, let's make it orange. Thanks. You jerk. Jerk face jerk. Okay, the chirp. We should put, like, a delay on this or something interesting to make it do something interesting. Or maybe, like, a polar and make it do something really trippy and weird. That would be kind of cool. Tweaky? Yeah, those are the good ones. That's weird. It's still going. It's just still going. That's not that much. Liquid crystals. But I kind of like that, but let's put another delay on it. You know what's better than, like, a delay? Like, double delays. That guy? I don't know, maybe. Let's hear it in context. It's a tiny little sound effect. It doesn't mean anything. Hey, BRS. Going pretty good. was gonna say, I thought I EQ'd this. This synth has some really interesting stuff with it. Yeah, today was a pretty slow day. I feel like I didn't do anything, and then I blinked and it was 4 o'clock already. I was like, "What? How'd that happen?" Um, hmm. Got a lot of reading done. I gotta say, chewed through a few chapters. Um, hmm. Hey, what's up, Joes? You woke up at 4. Ha! That's funny. Wait, aren't you? You're an hour ahead. So you basically just woke up? Well, I used to be able to do that. Actually, not that long ago. Maybe only like a couple of years ago. Um, what does this need? What does this need? What does this need? Oh, it's 4 for you? Or 4:30 for you? I thought you were in like Florida. Is that 2 hours? 1 hour ahead. That's 1 hour ahead of me. I'm in Chicago area. I'm working on one of my album tunes here. It's a very chill kind of, um, I don't know. Let me just play it. Easy enough to explain it, but it exists. It's definitely got like a Jean-Michel Jarre influence to it. There's like a Goa trance that's like slower. It's very much like this. Oh yeah, that D50 voice. Okay, that D50 voice needs to be drenched in something because it's too lame. Not to say that it's lame, it's just, it could be cooler. It needs to be drenched in reverb. That's the guy. Yeah, of course. Of course, hopefully you can hear guitar, courtesy of Signals Music Studio. About that bend. And then minor 4. the instrument with the bend is... I don't know. This guy. This pad here. It's a straight up pitch bender. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 4, 1. You know, I could use an extra kick drum in here, to tell you the truth. And I started doing that maybe about a week ago when I was streaming a lot, layering kick drum, and maybe it's because I'm using headphones. Oh, by the way, I bought a new pair of headphones today. Yeah, it's a sickness. It's real. I can't bend the guitar. The guitar is audio. The guitar has some really, really cool chords in it, though, so I'm going to leave that alone. Because, like, during this part, here's how the guitar sounds. It's cool. I'll tell you what, though, it could use the 80s EQ treatment. Yeah, I knew I treated it, but I think I just brought out the treble. I didn't do what I was doing with the other sound, which is scoop the mids, Johnny. No, you went away. Which one, Major? Like, there is a major in there. It's D minor to E major. Here. E major. Hey, I've seen Metallica 9 times. I never saw Pantera, though. Here? No. I can't end this in major because here we are. And we're sailing off into the galaxy. Right? And so it's gotta be quiet. You know what I am gonna do, though, is chew down the velocity levels on this part. Yeah, I know there's delay in the chat. I'm pretty sure I know which one you mean. Like right now. This part of the song is A minor to F over A, or an A minor add 6, whatever you want to call it. Pretty much stays at A. There was a thing there. How come I didn't hear it? And then this part is A to F, the bendy section. Bet you didn't even hear that. And then this part is D minor to E major to A minor. Twice. So, like... So, there's that. And I don't want to change that last chord of that progression to something major. I can hear how that's going to sound. No way. I'm not going to do it. I will take most suggestions, but I know how that's going to sound, and I don't want that. I want to keep it minor. This is going to be a soundtrack kind of like song, right? So we want it to just be kind of dark. And like here's how it ends. It just ends with like it just ends like that. So there's no fade out in this. Yeah. Hey, I think I'm gonna go to the studio tonight though and lay drums down on that track that I semi-finished up last night, so that should be cool. And then my other one, that real industrial sounding one, put some real drums on that too. This needs some stuff. This needs ear candy. You know, it needs little bits here and there, something interesting. Yeah, I honestly, it seems like I use a fade out a lot, but I really don't. It only pops up in a few of my tracks, but there are times when it's perfect, and that is one of those times. You guys, get out of here. What are you doing? I don't want you. Okay. Let's what should we do? I need some kind of interesting little, like, texture. I was almost thinking, like, wind. Like, I have wind kind of here. Like, this is... A minor, F over A. Yeah, so it's a different section. Right, so here it's A minor to essentially, I don't even know what you'd call that because there's not enough notes to really define a chord. So it's more like an A minor add 6, A minor 6, except that would be an F sharp for no reason. It's more of like an F over A. Drone doesn't follow the rules of theory necessarily. Okay, and then this part is where we get into the A minor to F major with the bendy. Although, you know what I want to do? It occurs to me. It occurs to me that this bend stuff could be synchronized more on the beat. So you see how, like, it hits the bottom of the bend, like, before the beat? And that probably shouldn't, to be honest. It should probably be moved back to, like, here. Although I like it slower, to be honest. I've used that before in other tracks, so I hope it's not going to sound like a cliche. And then these guys can go like that, so that the top of it is synced to the beat. Like that. And there. Now, a little bit further. Yeah, that's good. And so on here. Blink. That one's pretty good. We'll leave that one. Leave it a little bit late. I cannot bend the guitars. Dare I say it? That's almost too low. Not here. Yeah, so there it's too high. So this needs to be switched to here. So really, what needs to happen is these guys need to go up an octave. And then, oh, actually, the whole thing needs to go up an octave. I think. Yeah, I did. I threw some reverb on it, on this thing. Did a little tweaking, a little EQ tweaking. That's too loud. Everything there is too loud. So like everything here is just like too like bleh. Work was incredibly boring. No, I don't get days off until next week on Fridays. It's really dumb. Just the way our schedule is and the expectations we have for remote teaching and stuff is really, it just means that I have lots and lots of free time. Not at all, huh? Yeah, I have some friends that are they're still doing their normal job and nothing's really changed. So I'm really lucky. I mean, I'm just honestly like not to be corny and be like I'm so blessed, but like I'm really lucky to be in a profession that has a contract, a salary, and can adapt to this stuff. So, I still get a paycheck. Nothing is affected other than, like, I don't have to get up at a stupid hour of the morning and drive to work, which is great. I like that. You install... It's Dave, man. EE in specific reason. EE. What's EE? What are we talking about here? What am I... I'm missing something. I'm dense. EXE. Oh, I see. Did you download Reason? Okay. Yeah, it just runs itself, and I think when you run it, you specify where you want it to go. So But then when you're in there, you can specify different directories for other stuff. Like you can, like for example, I have a C drive and a D drive. My C drive is a 1 terabyte NVMe SSD, ridiculously fast, like Samsung drive. That's where Reason is installed. All of my VSTs and my third party refills and stuff, those are all on my D drive, which is a mechanical drive, which is still a fast drive, but like that's why when I go to like sounds, it sits there and freezes up for a second. Then I'm like, oh god, Reason's crashing. Still, well, I'll be honest. If I was just doing this on my own, I wouldn't be nearly as enthused about this. When I'm streaming, I don't know. It makes it a lot. It makes it a lot more fun, like a lot more just entertaining and like whatever. I mean, I got people on YouTube watching. I got people on Facebook watching. Feel free to chat. By the way, I am monitoring all of the chat. So, yeah, my only problem is I don't have things completely 100% synchronized from home to my studio. So, I'm going to try doing that maybe tonight. Maybe like upload all of my VSTs and refills to my Google Drive and then use that as my main place to put stuff because I upgraded my Google Drive to a terabyte, which is nice. It's like kind of like $20 a year or something. So, I have another one for work that's unlimited. And I was like, I'm going to upload my entire music collection to it, which is like 400 gigabytes. And, yeah, I didn't go through with the whole thing because it just took too long. Upload speed was woefully slow. Remember, I'd left my computer on over the weekend uploading songs to my Google Drive, and it got like 10% through everything over a weekend. I was like, okay, no. I figured I'd come back over the weekend, it'd be completely done, everything would be there. And I kind of kept monitoring it from home, and I was like, what is going on? Like, I don't know if they throttled the bandwidth over the weekend or something like that. But yeah, that was unsuccessful, which is probably for the best, anyways, because I have a feeling the IT department might not have looked on me too kindly to see all of a sudden I have a terabyte worth of space gone because of a bunch of MP3 files. But I could be like, I'm a music teacher, I need my music online. I could probably defend it. Let's add something to this. Let's do something. Let's find a sound. Let's play around with something. I don't know, man. Let's try Europa and see what kind of weird stuff was in there. FX. That's always a good idea. Oh, God. That's insane. Dial-up cloud. Yeah, accurate. Hey man, I had a 900 baud acoustic coupler modem back in the day. You take your handset and you flop it into these little rubber cups, and it did it all acoustically by squealing and stuff like that. Interesting. Do I use stems? I mean, like a cappella parts for songs? Occasionally. It's kind of cool. I don't know if that has a place right here. My first PC was my dad's, and it was an Ohio Scientific Challenger 2. This is in like 1978. So, yeah, I was an early adopter. I think it had 16 kilobytes of RAM. The beat can define the genre. It just depends on the genre. Um, yeah, one thing I wanted to do was throw in an extra kick drum. I know I was going to do that. I wanted a trance type kick drum layered on this thing just to give it some fatness, just that like boom, that kind of almost like a chirp sound. And this guy does a great job at those. Not that one though. Mm-mm. Weird. It's kind of cool. I don't really use chopping and stuff all that much unless I'm working on like hip hop or something like that. Um, I don't know. It kind of depends on it depends on what you want. You know, most of the stuff I'll be honest, like I've been working on a lot of this synthwave kind of stuff. It is not full like dance speed, 130 BPM kind of thing. So I tend to want my drums to be like big, like mechanical and electronic. Like, oh, it's obviously a drum machine, but like it should still sound, uh, you know, like big snares, added white noise, that kind of thing. Like, I don't know. What is this guy? Oh, okay. See, I don't really like any of these. That's a lot of bass drums. Okay. Is it one of these? No. No. Hmm. What's this one? What? What? Imagine that as like the heart of your song. That's insane. Um, was it this one? No. Let's try it. Let's see how that sounds. We're gonna do this. So where is it? It's green. There it is. Y'all need to be purple, son. Deep purple. And then we're just gonna do this. Boink. I mean, what I meant to say was boink. And then I basically want to go through everything and take out everything except for the kick drum. Can I do it when the clip is not selected? No, I can't. So that's annoying. What if we did this? Join all of them into one clip. And then we can just do that. Chop. There. All my kick drums are duped. And they should start where? I don't know. Right here, I suppose. There it is. 65 hertz ought to be an A. So now my kick drum is tuned to the song's key. Hooray, good for me. That's more like it. I could use a plugin that I never used before. I was thinking about putting something up in here. I'm even humming in A. It's craziness, man. It's craziness. Do I have the JX8? Yeah, I do. This guy, PG8X. That'd be a good candidate. I don't know. What do I want to use? I wanted some like ear candy, some weird little blippy things. What's this? This little arpeggio? It's all programmed in by hand. I played that. So that's just the little bitty, that little bitty thing? This little guy? Yeah, the one at the end. I mean, this I just played in too, and then I quantized it to, I forget what was it, the 30-second notes? Yeah, 30-second notes. So, I think I actually slowed the tempo way down for this. I just wanted a tiny little thing. If you see, it's like less than a measure. Yeah, I quantized to 30-second notes. But the thing is, you got a tempo, right? So you can just like, you can just slow everything way down. Yeah, there's reverb and delay on it. You can hear the delay. I think that's built into the synth. Because every synth has like a full suite of effects nowadays, which is, I don't know, some part of me thinks that's a little bit nuts. But yeah, I've got reverb and delay and everything going already in the synth, plus whatever I added in the mixer, which is only a little bit of reverb. I could put it through the giant reverb. That might be cool. Yeah, Either way. Okay, let's try something. I've got this track in here that I'm not using, and frankly, okay, that might actually be really cool. Like right here. Let's hear it. Build your own sweeper kit. I like that. That's actually kind of cool. I think that's what I was going to use that for, anyways. I haven't looked at this song in like probably 2 weeks, so I don't remember. I dragged a sound in there and then I never used it. I was probably like, ooh, that sounds cool. Let's do this. And then I forgot. Because brain. And then finna, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, it's over here. Why are you over here? Get back with your own kind. You too, weirdo. That's the drums area. Get out of there. Okay, this EQ, and let's listen to that chunk again. Soloed, though. This we're definitely going to high pass. Want that sizzle. Tons of resonance. So lots of resonance on the filter in this case, lots of envelope on the filter, and then a really, really slow decay time. Filter envelope decay is this rotary control. So if I changed this, it would completely change the sound. Yeah. It's all in your programming. Make the sound do what you want it to do, you know? How does that sound in context? Awesome. What happened? It like disappeared. I brought it up an octave. guess up an octave was a mistake. Yeah. That's a good question, and I think it totally depends on the circumstances. I've done stuff where I've done it on stream. I've sat down and just chewed through a whole song start to finish. But the inspiration has to be pretty hot, right? Like, I don't want to struggle for 2 hours and then come up with something kind of meh. Like, I would rather end it halfway and then switch to something else if I'm going to do a 2-hour stream. Speaking of which, I got about 20 minutes left. Oh, I'm going to stretch. And then I'm going to switch out of this tune. I'm going to play something else that I have going on. As a loyal viewer, current songs, Synthwave. Let's see what you think of this. I'd be curious. No, still Reason. Is this the one? Yeah, this is the one. Let's see what you think of this. This could use a kick drum enhancement, I'll tell you what. I think I've got Ozone on here already. No, I don't. Okay. Got a little PX7 going in here. There's those guitars. That's that FM. Reason's built-in DX7. You ready for this? Here comes a Signals Music Studio guitar solo. A little loud. Yeah, it works. It's a tasty morsel. But just wait. So I don't know if you were in here when MK Silver Sax was in here, but he laid down this little beauty. That's a CP80. There's that tune. But frankly, I think the saxophone solo in there is just astoundingly good. And yeah, I like it. I like it. Grid. We can just shorten that clip just a little bit. And it just ushers in the major like so well. I could use a little bit more of a build up in here though. Yeah, this is definitely an album track. In fact, this was the first one that I think I started. But I was like, okay, let's make a whole record of stuff here. And I might actually have enough material, to be honest. Oh, this has my favorite pad also, because, like, listen how gorgeous this pad sounds. It's all about that mod wheel. See how that changes anything. You know, I mean, some stuff I definitely treat more as a pop song in terms of like choices that I make. Some stuff is much more like a trance tune. So, and that's a thing to keep in mind while I'm actually writing this stuff, while I'm figuring it out. Is like, okay, like this one. This one is totally more of a pop song than anything. Ballad, sad tune. And not sure what I'm going to do with this yet. No, this is more like our protagonist is like on a park bench in the rain. It's like real bass. Thanks. I know that was Jake from Signals also. That's what I'm saying. He's playing on almost every track. Like, let's just make it a collaborative project and be done with it. Yeah, this has a real lo-fi feel to it. Something's just not quite jiving between the real bass track and my synth bass track. That sound, though. really have a take a drive type track. Hey, what's up, Adam? Crunchy turns minor, but I like it. Adam's watching on Facebook. You need to get better ASIO drivers. You're probably using ASIO for all. Yeah, man, I can solo the 2 bass tracks. It's a synth bass that I laid down, and it's a real bass that a friend of mine laid down. And they're not totally 100% compatible. And that's a problem. He'll probably have to redo the bass track. There's some timing inconsistencies. And if you quantize audio, it makes it sound so bad, especially with bass. It does not work. But I have this POS Yamaha bass in my studio, so that doesn't help things. It's perfectly functional, but it doesn't sound... Yeah, 2 basses is very, very tricky. This is a good point. It's like there, and he did a bend. Yeah, so I don't know what to do. Christian Scott. I've heard the name before, but maybe just because you said it in the channel. I'm not sure. I don't know. The other interesting little feature of this is this sound. He's a good sax player. Oh. Do you know Colin Stetson? That guy's a freak, man. I love the sound, though. This is from the System 8, from my, it's a JX3P plug out. So I've got 4 synths in the System 8. There's a Jupiter 8, there's a Juno 106, a JX3P, and then the regular high pass the bass guitar. Actually, I was thinking doing the opposite of that. I was thinking high passing the synth and just getting the resonance out of it, like the meow kind of a thing. But that's a good idea. There's not a lot of resonance on this, but that's easy to fix. Where's my bass track? There. In fact, this isn't even EQ'd. Well, those are like 3 ultimate classic Roland analog synths. Like the Jupiter 8. I mean, shit, man. If you bought a Jupiter 8 today, they're like 10 grand. I mean, they were expensive new back in the day, too. They were like 4 grand new, which in whatever, 1983 or 4 or whatever, that was like all the money. You know, could probably buy, I don't know what. That might be a better blend. And then, like, turn off, where is it? The touch mode. Legato, yeah. Retrigger. So every note retriggers. Well, let's hear that. That little trumpety tune gets stuck in my head. Yeah, this is a really, really faithful recreation of a Jupiter 8. I mean, what's cool is if you switch to it, and I'm going to change my camera here. So if you switch to the System 8 or the Jupiter 8, the controls that light up are the only ones that synth could use. So like here's Juno 106. My oscillators and envelopes are totally like basic now. And then the JX 3P, everything switches. And then the System 8, everything's on because everything's accessible. I just found that pretty amazing. Okay, when every note retriggers, this is a good synth learning point for you, or for anybody who might be viewing. Okay, retrigger versus legato. So if you listen to this, and I show you my track, okay? So, for example, you see how this low first note is longer than the second one, all right? Now, this is a mono synth, so newest note will take priority, all right? But if you have legato on, here, I'll show you. Here it is with legato. And you listen between these two notes, you will not hear this one trigger. It'll just go bow. Okay. If I turn retrigger on, you'll hear an envelope trigger at each note. Bow. So some of these I played in purposely so they wouldn't retrigger. That one, of course. Okay, so some of them are on purpose, but if you want to bring out that bow, that weird envelope sweep on there, then you just turn off retrigger so that it doesn't do that. It's that easy. Just kidding. It's a pretty, I mean, it's a deep function, and it gets at the little nitty gritty kind of stuff in synth programming that a lot of people, I think, don't ever look at. I mean, I know I didn't. Like when I started, I forget what it was that I was like my revelation for that. Between adjusting lengths of notes and being really, really specific with things and velocity levels and stuff, and then combining that into it, you can really tailor make a track. Even when it's quantized, you can really make a track sound more natural, more interesting, you know, always changing a little bit. Just like if it was like a real play. I mean, like, everything we do is an attempt to duplicate the human voice. There, I said it. There's my big musical theory of the universe. Right? So everything has to kind of sound more natural. It has to have like things like vibrato, has to have bends from note to note. Like any kind of stuff like that makes it sound more natural. Ghost notes, that's another good idea. Like another concept that you could probably link back to human voice and speech and stuff. All kinds of things. Let me play another track, and I'm going to have to take off pretty quick. Let me do one more. This one? Did I play this one? I don't remember. I don't remember. This one? I don't know. So many streams, so little memory. Wah, 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 wah. Just kidding. Okay, here's this one. Hey, you nerd, you're not synchronized. What's wrong with you? This thing. Oh, I know why. Because it's the Korg monopoly, and the Korg monopoly has weird things in it. Key sync. And key sync, tempo sync for both of those parts of the arpeggiator. Otherwise, it won't play in time. Thank you. There it goes. Good job. Loud. This is one of those that's much more of a pop song in terms of form and stuff. Look how yellow this whole song is, though. What's up with that? Plug is way too loud. So that's an OBX, by the way, and that is a free plugin, which is a lovely plugin, to be honest. Like, this is great. This thing works really well. And if I remember correctly, the OBX did not have presets and stuff. I think maybe it did. Now that I think about it, it probably had like 32 presets or something. But anyways, the point is, it's free. VST4free.com is great. I don't know if I like that sound, though. To be totally honest. It's a little cheesy. And then I mentioned before the PG8X, which is a JX8P plugin, this guy. And that's this sound right here. A friend of mine in college had one of these, and I was just like, I loved it. I was like, dude, can I just go play your synth for a while? He's like, yeah, okay, that's fine. Love that thing. He had a D50 also. It's probably when I really fell in love with analog synths and stuff. Yeah, so this thing is cool. This is a nice one too. And again, free plugins. I haven't paid for any plugins? No, none. Yeah, that's not an arpeggiator though. That's all played in, as you can see by this really ridiculously dense note track. Okay, you know what? Here's the thing. I'm gonna have to get going, so I'm gonna have to end the stream early. Not early, but I started early. I'm ending early, and I'm gonna head over to the studio and probably lay some drums down on some of my tracks. To be honest, um, so there's that. Thanks for joining me. I probably will not be on tomorrow, but Sunday more than likely. Um, so there's that. Thanks for stopping by. Stay safe. Don't get the COVID. It's real bad. Ha.